In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on May 1st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Maple Leafs versus Ottawa Senators. 2 longtime rivals from the Atlantic Division and the same Canadian province are switching home rinks as they continue their heated playoff battle. The Toronto Maple Leafs are heading into Ottawa to face off with the Senators on Thursday night in Game 6 of their first-round series in the Eastern Conference playoffs. This isn't just another game, it's another clash in a bitter hockey feud with plenty of history behind it. This series has gone through some serious ups and downs. Toronto came out flying in the first 3 games with a red-hot power play, complete dominance in the face-off circle, and unexpected players stepping up in big moments. But things have cooled off for the Leafs in Games 4 and 5. They've been chasing the game both times, giving up shorthanded goals and losing momentum. Meanwhile, Ottawa's starting to feel themselves a bit. They've got some swagger now, even if they're still new to this whole playoff grind. That can be a good thing. They're not weighed down by past failures like Toronto might be, but it also means they're more likely to slip up when the pressure peaks. This is where Toronto's so-called Core 4 needs to rise to the moment. Experience counts when things get tight. Toronto should have learned enough from those stumbles to finally put this series to bed. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. When it comes to the total goals scored in each game, it's been a mixed bag so far. The first 4 games were split evenly between going over and under the line. Toronto alone blew past the total in Game 1, but then both teams struggled to find the net in Games 2 and 3. Game 4 hit the over, though that was partly thanks to some lucky bounces. Game 5 swung back the other way, staying under with just 1 goal through 2 periods and only reaching 4 after a couple of late empty netters. For most of this series, the goaltending on both ends has been solid. Heading into Game 6, it feels like both teams will be cautious and avoid reckless plays, which could keep the score from getting out of hand. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Vegas Golden Knights versus Minnesota Wild. The Vegas Golden Knights are up against the Minnesota Wild in Game 6 of a series that has been anything but predictable. The Golden Knights were trailing 2-1 in this series, but with back-to-back wins, they now find themselves just 1 victory away from advancing. On the other hand, the Wild are heading back home, where they'll need to win in order to keep their season alive. So far this season, the Golden Knights have dominated the Wild, winning 6 out of 8 matchups, including 3 of the 4 games played in Minnesota. In fact, the over has hit 5 times in their last 6 meetings overall, and it's been 3-0 in their last 3 matchups in Minnesota. Vegas is coming into this game as heavy road favorites. They've clearly been the better team this season, and their record against the Wild backs that up. However, I'm not comfortable laying down that much juice against a strong home team fighting for their season. The Wild will certainly put up a fierce fight at home, and they've already won 2 games outright this season while covering the puck line in 2 others. It makes sense why the Golden Knights are favored, especially considering their momentum as the Wild continue to fall short despite putting up their best effort in recent games. But the truth is, many of these games have been close, or the Wild have pulled off straight-up wins. With their season on the line and playing at home, I believe the Wild will come out strong in Game 6. At the very least, I think they'll cover the spread. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Wild to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. This series has been largely shaped by the offenses, and Game 6 is expected to be another high-scoring affair, with both teams finding the back of the net. The Wild, who have scored 17 goals in the first 5 games of the series, will likely continue to rack up the goals with the likes of Kirill Kaprizov, Matt Boldy, and the rest of their forwards driving the puck into the offensive zone. They'll also create plenty of open shots with fast, precise passing. As for the Golden Knights, they've scored 7 goals in their last 2 games and will look to keep the pressure on with Tomas Hertl, Brett Houghton, Jack Eichel, and the rest of their forwards crashing the net during the rush, creating scoring chances with solid puck movement. Defensively, Noah Hanifin and Alex Pietrangelo will be key in breaking down the Wild's defense from the point. This game has all the makings of a high-scoring showdown, with both teams stepping up offensively. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Dallas Stars versus Colorado Avalanche. The Dallas Stars are set to visit the Mile High City and Ball Arena on Thursday for Game 6 of their best-of-7 Western Conference first-round series against the Colorado Avalanche. Dallas leads the series 3-2 after a commanding 6-2 victory over Colorado in Game 5 at home on Monday. With a win in Game 6, the Stars will clinch the series and advance to the next round. On the other hand, the Avalanche are facing elimination and must win Thursday's game to force a decisive Game 7 back in Dallas on Saturday. Describing this series as a back and forth battle doesn't fully capture the intensity of the matchup. The Stars, who are leading the series 2-1, came out strong with 6 goals in their most recent game, especially after being shut out in the game before that. Goalie Blackwood had been performing well earlier in the series, but he was pulled from the game after giving up 5 goals in the last one. However, he had a stellar shutout performance in his previous home start, and I expect him to bounce back and play well in Game 6. Meanwhile, Oettinger and the Stars are expected to maintain solid defensive play, similar to what we saw in their most recent victory. This series has truly been an unpredictable one, swinging back and forth between the two teams. From the start, I had this series pegged as one that would go all the way to Game 7, and I don't anticipate anything different here. Both of these teams are among the best in the NHL, and for the most part, they've played up to that standard. I also wouldn't want to bet against Nathan MacKinnon when his back is against the wall, with his team's season on the line. The Avalanche's offense should improve in this game, and while they lost a close one at home last season to the Stars, they managed to push the series to a Game 7 in Dallas. Ultimately, I think we'll be heading back to Texas when all is said and done. As our first pick for this matchup, the Colorado Avalanche money line is our full game side pick. The total for the last game went over, but it had gone under in the 2 games before that. Oettinger was solid in the last game, while Blackwood struggled, allowing 5 goals, though he did manage a shutout in his previous home start. I expect both defenses to play well in this game, making goals harder to come by. Looking back to last season, when the Stars closed out the Avalanche in Colorado with a 2-1 win in double overtime, this game will likely follow a similar pattern of a low-scoring defensive battle. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Kings versus Edmonton Oilers. The Los Angeles Kings will be on the road to face the Edmonton Oilers at Rogers Place for Game 4 of their first-round playoff series. This matchup is critical, as both teams have been on different trajectories recently. Edmonton has been on a roll, winning 3 consecutive games. On the other hand, the Kings have lost their last 3 games. The Oilers have the upper hand heading into this game, mainly because they've been playing well offensively, having scored 11 goals in their last 3 home games. Their special teams have also been clicking, with the power play converting over 23% of opportunities. Meanwhile, the Kings are struggling defensively, having allowed 16 goals in their last 3 road games. Despite ranking 8th in the league for penalty kills, the Kings' defensive play has been underwhelming, which is likely to make it difficult for them to contain the high-powered Oilers. Los Angeles will find it challenging to be as effective on offense as the Oilers, as their offensive game has been lacking recently, scoring only 8 goals in their last 3 games. Their special teams have also been struggling, converting just 17% of their power play chances. The Oilers, while only 16th in penalty kills, have been performing well defensively, conceding just 12 goals in their last 3 home games. As a result, the Oilers are expected to keep the Kings' offense under control throughout the game. The Kings are unlikely to find much success in this game. Despite having 45 shots on goal in their previous game, they won't be able to break through the Oilers' defense. With Cuber not performing as strongly as before, expect the Oilers to start putting pucks in the net early and often. The Kings' offensive efforts won't be enough to keep up with the Oilers' offensive firepower. As our first pick for this matchup, the Edmonton Oilers money line is our full game side pick. In terms of the total, the Kings have gone over the total in 3 of their last 5 games, while the Oilers have gone under in 4 of their last 5. Los Angeles is averaging 4 goals per game in the playoffs, though their recent form has dipped, as they average just 2.66 goals per game over their last 3 games. They've also been successful on power plays, converting 37% of their opportunities. However, they are up against an Oilers team that has killed off 62% of penalties in their last 3 games and has only allowed 8 goals. The Oilers Oilers, on the other hand, are averaging 4.33 goals per game in the playoffs, with their offensive surge continuing as they averaged 4.66 goals per game over their last three. They have been deadly on the power play, converting 57% of their chances. The Kings' penalty kill has been weaker, having only killed 43% of penalties over their last three games and allowing 14 goals in that span. Historically, the Kings and Oilers have hit the over in 4 of their last 5 matchups. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.